Welcome to the Digital Orchestrator Plus program and window tour. This segment will provide you with an overview of Digital Orchestrator's multi-screen recording and editing environment. We'll begin with a look at the transport bar and the status bar. Unlike other windows and functions, these displays are visible at all times in Digital Orchestrator. At the top left is the transport. This is very similar to controls found on a standard tape deck with buttons for rewind, stop, play, record, pause, and fast forward. Next to the transport are two controls which display the current song position in bar, beat, click format and current time. You can easily jump to any bar in the song by clicking in the bar, beat, click display and typing in the bar number to go to. To the right of these displays are the range controls. Here, a range can be set by adjusting the from and through positions. A quick way to do this is by either typing in the values or by selecting the range in the bar view and holding the Control key down while clicking in each of the controls. Once a range is selected, you can play the range by clicking on the Play Range button, or you can loop the range with the Loop button. Lastly, enabling the Record Punch-In button lets you limit recording to the selected range. Moving to the status bar at the bottom of the screen, we see the transport status display to the left. The row of buttons to the right are the Display Quick buttons. These buttons provide a convenient way to jump between the various edit windows in Digital Orchestrator. Next is the Available Temp Space indicator. This displays the amount of hard disk space available in the current temp drive, where digital audio is recorded. To the right is the MIDI activity indicator. And lastly, the global tempo controls provide adjustment for tempo and tempo offset. Now let's take a look at the track screen. The track screen provides a macro view of your song and is divided into two panes. On the left are the track parameters, and on the right are the recorded musical bars. By clicking and dragging the pane divider bar to the left and right, you can reveal more track controls or more bars. On the far left, you see the track numbers listed vertically. There are more than 1,000 tracks available in Digital Orchestrator. The track parameters on the left include controls such as Record Enable, Track Type, Name, Patch, Volume, and more. Many of these controls expand and collapse by clicking on the title bar at the top of the column. This allows you to view more controls in the same space. The button at the left of the title row provides a menu for expanding and collapsing all of the controls. In the bar pane on the right, a number of shaded boxes are displayed. Each box represents a bar of recorded MIDI data. The shade of the box provides a rough estimate of the amount of data in the bar. The darker the bar, the more data. This is helpful during certain edit operations. At the top of the bar pane are the bar numbers. The current play position is also indicated here by a small red triangle. Note that right-clicking the mouse in this area sets the current song position to that point in the song. Selections for editing can be made in this window by clicking and dragging over the bars. You can also select entire tracks by clicking on the track numbers, or an entire song's range by clicking and dragging in the bar number display. Let's move on now to the piano roll window. You can view the notes in any bar of any track by double-clicking on the bar. This displays the piano roll window. This window displays the MIDI notes as horizontal black bars on a grid. The vertical axis represents pitch, and the horizontal axis represents time in units of bars. Notes can be inserted, deleted, and edited in a number of ways. Double-clicking on a note will display a dialog allowing you to edit the note's parameters in fine detail. More details on this are discussed in the MIDI editing tutorial. Located at the top of the window is the Piano Roll toolbar, which displays many tools for inserting and editing notes. At the right-hand side of the toolbar are the Zoom and Notation display buttons. The Zoom button displays a menu for adjusting the view of the piano roll display. You can zoom way out on a track, or highlight a bar and zoom in on it with the Zoom Range feature. Clicking on the Notation Display button opens the Notation pane. This displays the current note data in standard notation. When a MIDI note is modified in the piano roll window, the notation pane is automatically updated to reflect the change. Next stop is the MIDI Mixer window. To access this window, I'll click on the Mixer window quick key. The MIDI mixer is a channel-based mixer, which serves as a convenient way to submix your MIDI tracks. Controls are available on each channel for volume, patch, pan, mute, solo, and MIDI controllers. The MIDI controller knobs provide access to reverb and chorus parameters for synthesizers that support this functionality. For a more detailed view of your MIDI data, the Event Editor window displays all the MIDI data of a selected track in a raw text form. Various forms of MIDI data such as pitch wheel, modulation, volume, patch changes, and much more can be accessed and edited here. The track selector in the toolbar lets you choose the track to view. Pressing the Filter button displays a dialog which allows you to filter out any data in the track that you don't want to see. For example, if you want to view only the patch changes in the track, you select Patch Change Data Type and deselect all the remaining data types. When you return to the screen, only the patch changes will be displayed. To insert an event, simply press the Insert button. Select the MIDI data type. Set the insert point, and then adjust the parameters. When you click OK, the new event will be inserted in the track. Lastly, the Event Editor window is where conductor parameters such as key signature, meter, and tempo are set. Select the conductor track from the track selection box, or click on the Conductor Quick button in the status bar to view and edit these parameters. Next stop on the tour is the Notation window. MIDI tracks can be displayed as music notation in this window. Pressing the Transcribe button will display the transcription dialog where you can choose which tracks to transcribe and set various transcription parameters. You also can type in a song title, composer, and copyright information. When you press the OK button, Digital Orchestrator will transcribe the score for you. To print it out, simply press the Print button. Just as the piano roll window provides a detailed view of a MIDI track, the Digital Audio Editor window provides a detailed view of a digital track. Here, precise edits can be made by selecting a range, dragging the audio data, and dropping it in the desired location. In addition to the various editing windows in Digital Orchestrator, there are a number of features and dialog boxes accessible from the menus. The Options menu offers features for adjusting global settings, including the Digital Audio Options display, the metronome settings, and the MIDI port and patch map setup dialogs. Some of Digital Orchestrator's most powerful features are available from the Transforms menu. When no data is selected, these features are grayed out. When digital audio data is selected, the digital transforms become available. These include digital delay, a compressor limiter, scaling, and more. Conversely, when MIDI data is selected in one of the edit windows, the MIDI transforms become available. There are over a dozen MIDI transforms including quantize time, humanize, and much more. This concludes the Digital Orchestrator Interface Tour. The remaining tutorial modules will provide you with more detailed information on each of the windows and features.